Oh, I guess we're just jumping in.
Welcome back to We always just jump in. Welcome back to Twin, even if the audience doesn't know it. Welcome back to Twin Tarot. I'm David.
Well, I'm Gary.
Today we're just jumping in right into the Trump, Putin, Alaska, not Russia. I mean, not Alaska, Russia summit. And it's not a summit, it's just a listening party.
A listening party. Like Trump has ever listened to anybody.
Well, I guess Witkoff can't get the story straight, so maybe somebody needs to sit down, shut up, and listen to what's actually being said. Maybe bring some translators with you and somebody to take notes.
No. Just trust their translator. Everything. What could go wrong? All right. Yeah. So, my title, Leningrad. Trump was complaining that the U.S. press is so unfair to him and always judging him and stuff, and basically said, I could probably negotiate for the U.S. to get Moscow and Leningrad for free, and the press would say it was a bad deal. And someone pointed out that, they changed the name from Leningrad to St. Petersburg in 1991. So I was telling David, that's Trump. No, he loves the uneducated because he can relate to them.
They don't fact check him.
He's not a very bright, he's not an educated man.
Let's put it this way. There's a reason why he doesn't want his high school or college, his Wharton School transcripts made public.
There's no way that guy went to class and took tests. There's just no way.
Yeah. Well, like Epstein said, he was functionally illiterate. Can't read a balance sheet. And that's why everything has to be bullet points and pictures. I mean, it has to be like a Dr. Seuss book for him.
Well, he can read a teleprompter. He just loses. He just can't pay attention to it long enough to stick to the message. He has to start straying once he gets a stream of consciousness going. He's got no discipline.
No, not at all. Okay, so you want to jump in and see how things are going? How things are going this Alaska negotiations?
Yeah, let's just get a general energy reading on this listening party for entertainment purposes only. Hi, folks. It's August 13th. This video is going to come out on August 14th. This will be our wonderful birthday video. Okay, and I'll put my glowing microphone in camera shot so you can all see the changing colors of the microphone. So what do we know? What's the energy around this meeting with Russia and the United States in Alaska, not Russia, also known as a listening party? Foundation is the magician. We just need to manifest a new result. Trump trying to work his Trump-like magic. He wants to get that Nobel Peace Prize. This is half of the equation right here. The challenge is the Page of Swords. Just either Trump's willingness to fight everything, or his willingness to defend Putin no matter what Putin does. And Trump tacoed already. He said he was going to hit Putin with a whole bunch of secondary sanctions if they didn't have a ceasefire in place by the first week of August, and we're well past that. So it's just that the challenge is the Page of Swords, or the cross challenge is the Page of Swords. There's just too much fighting, too willing to fight, too willing to take on all comers. Energy underneath it is the Two of Pentacles. This is my MAGA card. This is the card whenever he promises something to MAGA. So underneath it, the reason why he wants to have this meeting is not only does he want his Nobel Peace Prize, I keep wanting to say Pulitzer Prize. He wants his Nobel Peace Prize, but this is like one of those things he said to MAGA that he could fix in a day. Within 24 hours of being elected, he would have this war over. And he's just trying to find a victory. It's also trying to get eyes off of the Epstein case. In the past, Hierophant, okay, so just we're the leaders of the government. I'm surprised it's not the Emperor card, but just leaders of the government, and what we say goes. Current energy is the devil. Who is chained to whom in this? So the devil card is, hey man, you guys have hooked yourself up to this. this is probably Putin and Trump. Just they belong to each other. They're just they deserve each other, and they're just not very good people. Overarching energy, and if you're a MAGA supporter and you're getting outraged, too bad. They made their own bed. I'm just pointing out the obvious. Overarching energy is the Eight of Swords. There's basically right now they don't see a path. There's no path to resolving this that all three leaders, Zelensky included, are going to agree to. They need to unchain themselves from the devil. One of them needs to unchain themselves, and then they could take the blindfold off. Lesson to be learned is the Ten of Wands. The people are tired. This is a big burden on the Russian economy. The U.S. sanctions are, according to Zelensky, are extraordinarily effective, which is why Putin is trying to stall Trump from putting secondary sanctions, because they're just too damn effective on the Russian war machine. It's also a burden on Trump because he can't deliver on his promise to MAGA, and he wants his little Nobel Peace Prize. And of course, for Ukraine, it's a burden, even though Ukraine's not part of this conversation yet. It's a burden on Ukraine because their country is the one that's getting devastated. Outcome: Three of Cups. Well, there's going to be celebrations at this meeting, at this listening party. Every time this card has come up, it's MAGA and Trump and the Republicans celebrating. And I just have a hunch it's going to be more of the same. They're going to come out of this meeting, say what a great job they did and what a great job Putin did, and everything's going to be fantastic. Now, all Ukraine has to do is give up all their land.
Which I'm sure is exactly what will happen.
That's not me so much intuitive from the cards, just me saying this has just been the song that never ends.
Right. What does when Putin and Trump meet? What is Putin hoping to? What does Putin come away with? Or as he's negotiating with Trump, let's get a key negotiation piece here and how each person feels how they came away with it. I know it sounds a little bit odd here, but you'll understand as I throw the thing. What's the thing looking for? They're reestablishing connections here. Just like you had the devil card, you've got the lovers card here. So from Putin's point of view,
let's stop fighting. Let's get along.
Yeah, from Putin's point of view, it's like, hey, look, you know what? It's kind of resetting with Trump. Trump's getting all uppity with threatening. It's like, calm down. It's the South Park, hey, whoa, calm down, relax, look over there type thing. He's gonna move. Yeah, he's gonna move quickly. He'll say and broadcast nice things. He's gonna play on Trump's heartstrings, and there'll be discussion of money and projects and things that they'll do behind the scenes that Putin will say to Trump. And I think part of it is because Putin can't afford to have sanctions on his economy. So he'll say and do things to appeal to Trump. What's Trump looking forward to? He's looking forward to something. He expects something to come out of this. He wants something to be done quickly. He wants what he wants, which again, I think is his Nobel Peace Prize. He comes away feeling like he's played Putin because Putin's being reconciliatory with it. So Trump feels like he's in charge. And that it's like they've reestablished their friendship here. You got the Lovers card and the Star card. So it's almost like the vibe I get is that they both feel like they've reset their relationship and they're friends. Like they've been fighting and now they're friends again type of thing. For Putin doesn't have friends. He has things that he manipulates. Trump doesn't have friends. He has things he manipulates. But there's a much more emotional component. There's a daddy issue component with Trump and Putin, where Trump just wants Putin's approval on things.
Yeah.
They talk about, they say Trump's a bully, and bullies will bully the weak, but when they're around other bullies, then there's a hierarchy, and Putin's at the top of this hierarchy, and Trump wants to be like Putin one day.
Yeah, he admires Putin, so he wants Putin's approval.
He's weak. Trump is weak, and he wants Putin's approval.
All right, so how's Zelensky feeling about this? The current energy for Zelensky, and then maybe you could do that same throw for Zelensky after. How's Zelensky currently feeling about this? Okay, there's your Two of Wands.
Again.
Yeah, he's looking at this. He's very curious as to what action is going to be taken. The cross is the Two of Cups. He was just starting to build that relationship with Donald. This is the minor arcana. This isn't the major arcana. So he was making inroads, gaining influence.
Now Putin's in his ear again. So you can undo all that.
The energy underneath is the Queen of Cups. He is what he's trying to do is not be emotionally reactive. He's being very measured in his responses. It's kind of like when they did the ambush at the White House.
Yeah.
And he was calmly responding to their attacks. You couldn't hear him because they were talking over him. But I think you had mentioned you saw like the transcript of what he was saying, and he was like skewering JD Vance with his responses. He just wasn't his volume wasn't turned up to 11. And so he's doing that same thing. He's gonna be the adult about this. He's probably really pissed off, but he's gonna be a leader. In the past, you got the Eight of Cups. This is either him leaving like DC after being ambushed, or seeing that Trump was starting to move away from Putin, emotionally detaching from Putin. Current energy. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so that was the outcome for the Putin and Trump energy of that reading. Current energy for Zelensky is the Three of Cups. Like maybe there's something happening here that's playing into Zelensky's hands. I'm not sure.
Maybe he gets invited to an actual negotiation. Wouldn't that be amazing?
Yeah, exactly. Or maybe all three of us can learn to live together and get along. Overarching energy is the emperor, but you got to please the emperor. You got to make Trump feel like he's the one that's winning. Lesson to be learned is make Trump feel like the belle of the ball. Or in this case, Zelensky, Zelensky's he's in charge, and the lesson to be learned is the finer things, enjoying the finer things in life. If you can be successful in swaying the emperor. The outcome is the High Priestess. Secrets to be revealed. So, I don't know. Maybe Zelensky's got some dirt. Kitten's complaining. Are you complaining?
I'm stunned.
I know. I guess she found something else to do to entertain herself with.
Okay. Well, this Trump-Putin meeting lead to an actual peace process involving Ukraine in the negotiations? That's where it seems like things are going from the way your spread's going. I'm just curious. Will it actually head that way? Nope. Nope, it won't. The fighting continues. Basically, Putin's got to be sincere with this. He's not sincere now. And wow. Okay, so will this lead to negotiations? No, because I think what it is that Putin's regained control over Trump. He's offering Trump stuff, and Trump's going to be on Vladimir's side again. Trump wants his Nobel Peace Prize. He just does. Yeah. And the thing is, whenever Putin agrees to like a ceasefire, he violates it. So there is no peace until Putin actually honors the agreements that he's in. I realize that's not That's not very profound. But what I'm seeing here is that nothing changes with Putin. He's corrupt. He if he gets a ceasefire, he just uses to his advantage so that he can fight again. There is no peace in here until Putin is forced to have peace. And I don't know what that's going to take. And Russia hasn't made a lot of progress, and when they have, they've given up land. Ukraine has blown up some expensive stuff, and they're attacking supply lines and making it hard for Russia to rearm and resupply their front lines and such. Russia is slaughtering thousands of people a month on their side.
Yep.
In prosecution of this war. At some point, if his economy collapses and the people rise up, well,
game over.
Maybe something happens. Okay, that's all I got.
Yeah. I don't know if I could take it anywhere else.
All right. Thank you everyone for watching this video and supporting our channel. We do appreciate it.
Yeah. If you like these videos, give us a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the bell, and we'll wake you up at midnight with nonsense like this. You'll be awake listening to nonsense, and we'll be asleep knowing that we created nonsense.
Okay. And Gary likes to read through the comments and then figure out who is the most deserving of shout outs.
Yes. Okay, so the first shout out I want to give is to the divine Miss Mickey. Yeah.
All right. Make a dance party at Miss Mickey's house.
She's going to be older and bolder, she says. So I think she's got a birthday coming up. So let's wish a happy birthday to the divine Miss Mickey. Happy birthday. And then we've got RAB 1163. I guess I didn't print who RAB 1163 was. So a shout out there. So RAB, I'm sorry, Dave. RAB 1163 wanted, she knows, or they know we don't do personal reasons. Could you pull a card for her daughter?
Like the 4 ones I just showed? Okay, here's another one.
Okay, I was
swords.
Okay.
Well, welcome people in and never surrender.
That's right. And then Kentucky Bell made a very generous contribution to the channel. Hi, Kentucky Bell.
Yes.
Thanks, Michelle. Appreciate it. And we'll wrap it up with not David's #1 fan, Barbara Sobel, who wants a card pull for her cat, Sammy.
Well, let me.
Who knew?
Here's a card for Sam. Yeah, the card's in charge. The cat's in charge. Yes. This was the card on top, the anxiety, but really it's the justice card. So when Sammy wakes you up at 3 a.m. yowling because Sammy wants to go outside and Sammy's an indoor cat,
it's poetic justice.
What happens when you own a cat? Sorry.
That's what I got. And then a card for the rest of us. Just pull it right off the top here. Ooh, it was upside down. Knight of Wands. It's about taking actions and moving things forward. Whew. Hopefully we can move past this. It's this war in Ukraine really needs to come to an end. And quite frankly, Trump needs to stop being such a taco. If you're going to, the thing with Trump is he threatens with a tariff and then he backs off. And I'm sure Putin has watched this and he knows it. So he's just going to string Trump along as long as he can get away with it.
Yeah, there's no teeth behind any of his threats. Everything's a bluff. Everything is a bluff.
Everything. So I love the uneducated.
Catch you on the next video. Take care.
Take care, folks. Bye.